Hello, I'm Warren Frey, digital mediator, and this is another episode of TCR Express. And with me, I have
Russell Hixson, staff writer at the Journal of Commerce.
And as is our tradition with TCR Express, we're going to give you what's happening this week. And Russ, what have you got on the go, and what has just gone?
Well, I recently interviewed someone from Avison Young, which is like a real estate company, a real estate services company, and they put out a report, a bunch of reports every year on various real estate markets and different trends and development. And they did one on industrial land in Metro Vancouver. Now, I've written about this a little bit before, and the lack of new industrial land is becoming a massive problem for Metro Vancouver. I mean, we have the U.S. border, we have the ocean, we have the mountains. There's only so many places that you can go to build things, and there's just a shrinking amount of industrial land. And so the bottom line is one day we are going to run out in the next few years, maybe decade. There's just going to be a point where that's it. We don't have any more industrial land, and that's going to limit the kinds of companies and investment that can happen here. And things might need to shift. But for now, you have companies doing creative things like they're adding access and kind of community improvements to develop non-traditional sites. They're doing environmental cleanup on like brownfield sites. They're doing stacked modular, multi-story industrial. They're trying to make the most out of the stock that we have right now.
South False Creek is one of the areas that's kind of pioneered that, I think.
Sure. And then you also have on the municipality side, that's on the developer side. On the municipality side, you have cities like Vancouver working hard to try and preserve industrial land and make sure that it doesn't get developed into real estate or whatever else. And so they're trying to keep the existing stock there. But the fact of the matter is, no matter what people do, there's just a finite amount, and you can't make more land, really. No. So we're going to run out. So should have a story on that, by the time you're listening to this, dear listener. And then another thing that happened recently that was disconcerting a little bit was there was a construction site shut down in West Vancouver. They had several COVID-19 cases confirmed by Vancouver Coastal Health, and they had to close I believe it's a condominium tower site. So that's unfortunate. Thankfully, I haven't heard about a ton of sites being shut down due to outbreaks. And I believe they define an outbreak as, I think, 2 or 3 or more positive cases. So even that many, that doesn't seem like very many, but they had to shut that down temporarily.
And hopefully we'll see less incidents as more vaccinations go up.
Yeah, I mean, the latest numbers I saw are under 600 cases a day. I believe the last day that I saw was like 590 something. So it seems like cases are going down from our high, which was well over 1,000. So yeah, things seem to be definitely improving.
All right, thanks, Russ. And here's an update from our own staff writer, Don Wall, to the Commercial News. First, he says there's been a lot of buzz in the skilled trade sector in Ontario in the past few days, with Minister of Labour, Training and Skills Development, Monty McNaughton, who unveiled the long-awaited successor to the Ontario College of Trades, which is called Skilled Trades Ontario. So that's a new acronym everyone is already using, STO. Don also reported on the original announcement last Thursday, and today we're publishing analysis and reaction. There is almost universal praise for the new agency, which stakeholders thought would streamline the system and cut out politics, unnecessary bureaucracy, and squabbles amongst various vested interests. But some noted that it's a two-phase process, and the next phase will see the Ministry of Labour weighing in on the prescription and definition of compulsory and non-compulsory trades, which is always contentious. Another story Don's looking at is a new system for dealing with utilities as part of a major transit project. Uncertainty and risk in dealing with utility companies along transit corridors has always been a concern with Metrolinx, the provincial transit agency, and the Ford government has introduced legislation to expedite that process. So Don's going to report on the latest developments on that in the next day or so. Staff writer Angela Gismondi has a story about John Cartwright. He's the president of the Toronto and York Region Labour Council and the co-founder and co-chair of the Toronto Community Benefits Network, which is an organization focused on equity hiring on major infrastructure projects. He's retiring. Angela recently attended a virtual tribute held in his honor, which featured many individuals he's mentored over the years and the organizations where he's made a difference. He's very well known in the construction industry and has worked on a number of projects and campaigns to advance the social justice agenda, equity, and diversity in industry. Angela also spoke to John about his career. She's also working on a story featuring the new construction management system at Durham College, which will be offered this fall in Durham Region, Ontario. The program was developed to respond to the needs of skilled workers in the residential, commercial, and industrial construction sectors. She spoke to the program organizers about the details of the project and what it sets apart from others. And that's it for this week's TCR Express. If you want to listen to us, you can hear us on Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, or on the DCN or JOC websites. Thanks, and make sure to tune in Friday for the Construction Record.